welcome back to another review with me, Kevin, from Kevin Grant on Whisky. This week is something completely different. So, I always ask if you guys want me to review something. If there's anything you think I might have or can get my hands on, I can review. Like I got the Arran done the other week, which was great. Really enjoyed that. So I got approached and I was asked if I would review a Glenallachie straight away. Yes, all day I'm going to review Glenallachie because I like Glenallachie. Then I was told it's 13 years old. I was like, 13 years old? I don't think there's a 13-year-old Glenallachie in their core range. So I spoke to him. It's my friend that approached me. And he says, yes, we've bought a cask. We're going to be bottling our own Glenallachie, 13 years old. We would like you to review it and give us some tasting notes for it. It's not even ready. It's not even bottled yet. It's going to get bottled on the 1st of April. So I got given a wee tiny sample here. And I said, yeah, totally. More than happy to try and help out and give some tasting notes on it. So I'm going to do some tasting notes and see what I can find. 13 years old. It spent its full life in a first fill sherry butt. It's 50% ABV, natural colour and non-chill filtered. So straight away, it's ticking all my boxes. There's an age statement on it. It's non-chill filtered. It's 50% ABV. I do enjoy natural cask strength, but it's above that 46 mark, so I'm expecting a little bit of bite from it, a little bit of chewiness maybe, but still that softness because it's got a first fill sherry. So there's going to be a lot to it. I've only got a tiny wee sample, so I'll try a little bit. I'll also try a little bit with some water in it as well, just to see how that opens up. So this has been given to me to try. I've got no affiliation with it. The company is called Uncharted Whisky Company. The bottle, which you'll see here, which I don't have, but I'm hoping if I'm very good at being able to put things in pictures, I can maybe put a wee picture up, or I will put a wee outline of it. The bottle's one of the nicest bottles I've seen, and I'm not just saying that. I think it's really different. It looks super premium. But enough about that. Let's get into this. Let's give this a nose. It's Glenallachie. I know what the baseline is for Glenallachie and what they're all about, so got a wee idea what I'm hoping to expect. But let's get it on the nose, get it on the palate, give it a wee taste, give it a wee try, and see exactly where we get to. So I put my wee stopper on it just to let it not fill the room so I don't get any ideas. Whoa. Definitely notice a sherry butt. The colour of it's that deep amber tinge close to redness, like that slight red colour to it. Straight away though, I've got like milky coffee, quite like a cappuccino. It's got chocolate on top of it there. It's like toffee popcorn. Yeah, like a cappuccino, toffee popcorn, like a really rich fudge. I'm not getting a big bang of hit of alcohol. The 50%'s there, but it's letting me see past the smell of the alcohol and just giving me a lot of flavour, which is it's really nice. But yeah, that's my first two hits of cappuccino, milky coffee, chocolate on top, just be sprinkled there. Toffee popcorn, rich fudge. I wonder what the palate will do. Let's try this. Slange, folks. Wow. So it's like there's a burnt sugar there, a burnt brown sugar, melty brown sugar, dried fruits with a bit of syrupy fruit coming through. There's a little bit of spice to it. More soft spices and Christmas cake spice, not that big hit of, there's no pepper note or anything like that. It's a nice kind of bacon spice that I've got there. It's got that soft cake note again, just a really, if you just maybe like a fudge muffin with syrup on top, and if you just open that up, it's got that kind of soft, it's a little bit chewy, a lot of texture to it. The oils on it though, the legs, hopefully you're able to see, they just stick to the glass. It's like treacle nearly. Really good first sip, really enjoyed that. I'll go in with another sip, then I'll add a little bit of water, see what that does. Smell wise, again, I'm just fudgy milky coffee. I need to try and get past that. Hopefully when I add some water in, it might give me a different dimension. There is something there that I can't pinpoint, but there's something else in there. Yeah, it's toffee, muffin, syrup on top, or caramel sauce on top. That bready, slight malty, baked malts, so it's like the baked bread, baked savoury note to it. Then there's that little bit of Christmas spice that comes through, the kind of maybe more towards the nutmeg and things like that. Nothing super spicy. I'm getting like I would say maybe apricot now that's coming through. That little bit is maybe what's been throwing me. So what I've done there, I've added a little bit of water now. See if this is going to open up to me anymore. It's given me a lot so far. There is a lot going on in there, but it's definitely hanging about. I remember I've had this Dram, like it's not one you have to keep revisiting to get more flavour from. But a little bit of water, see, we'll get it on the nose, see if it opens anything else up to me. It's got that, so putting that in, it's quite now like a cola cube. I don't know if you remember those sweets, the candies, or like cola cubes you used to get. I've got a little hint of that. Still that brown sugar note that's coming through to it as well. A little bit more fruit, so maybe a bit of hint of citrus now coming from that, that's trying to peek through, a bit lemony, a bit orangey, a little bit lime, something along those lines, but not an over resounding punch in the face. And I think it's just hanging about there. If I had a bourbon cask maturation and then finished in sherry, I would totally expect that. So getting that little bit of citrus fruit now with a little bit of water in there. But the milky coffee with chocolate, a cappuccino. You buy a coffee cappuccino and they always ask, you want chocolate on it? And without fail, you're always saying yes. Well, I do anyway. I'm always like, yes. Silly question. I always want a wee bit of chocolate in my cappuccino. That's like my main point with the rich fudge toffee popcorn. And now a bit of citrus. We'll see what this does in the palate. It's opened a little bit more to the fruity side. Slight, would I say cherry? More raspberries to blueberries side. It's got a slight tang to it. Some cherries you can get really, really sweet. There's still that little bit of kind of tangy fruit to it as well. But still that fudgy, treacle, chewy, I feel like I'm chewing on it a little bit. Like it's just got a lot of bite. It lets you know it's there, it lets you know it's whiskey, it lets you know it's doing all the right things. 50% ABV, first fill sherry, but 13 years old, full life and first fill sherry, but it's just hitting you with all these flavours. It's really, really enjoyable. So hopefully you like the bottle. Hopefully I've been able to work it out to get it in the screen throughout. If not, I'll put a wee bit extra on here. but this has been good. The 1st of April, I think, is when this is going to launch. Price-wise, I'm not too sure what it is. But yeah, quite enjoyed that. Trying something which isn't even ready yet, which was pretty... It's the first time I've ever done something like that. I was a wee bit nervous today doing something like this, because I've never tried something before it's been launched. You feel there's a lot of pressure on you to enjoy it. And I says to my friend, I was like, I'm going to be honest. I'm honest with every review that I do. If I don't like it, I'm going to say I don't like it. If I like it, I'll say I like it. I do really like this. It's my style of whiskey. It's just something that I do enjoy. I do enjoy something rich, sherried. Glenallachie is a go-to for me. The 15, nearly 1 dram of the year. It's in my top 5 anyway. It's one that always gets replaced. So I knew a slight expectation, but it's just giving you a different avenue with a different ABV and a full maturation in that first fill sherry. But it's a good job. But if you hang on, I'll announce the winner for last week's Guess the Dram. That'll be right at the end. I'll also be doing another review of a whiskey which you have to then guess. Again, same in the comments, let me know what you think it is, and if you get it right, I will send you a sample of that whiskey. Obviously I can't send you a sample of this, unfortunately, because all I have left is this tiny wee bit, which I'll probably go and sit and relax in. It'll take me, well, 1 sip and it'll be done. But if you hang on, I'll go over my next whiskey, have a guess what it is, put your what you think it is in the comments. First person to get that right will receive a sample of it if I can get it to you. If you're in a country which I'm able to ship whiskey to, and if you've won last week's one, congratulations, but you'll see if you hang on. But as always, I've been Kevin from Kevin Grant on Whiskey. And join me next week and let's talk whiskey. Slange. So if you've hung on, this is where you get to see the next review of a little snippet of something which you got a chance to win. But first up, let's get the winner of last week's Can You Guess the Dram? So last week's winner was Mark M. So he had guessed the Kilkerran 16-year-old, and it definitely was the Kilkerran 16-year-old. I felt myself staying in that kind of Campbelltown mood. I didn't want to move too far away after having the new 8-year-old. So Mark M, you've won a sample of the Kilkerran 16, and I'll probably just chuck a wee sample of the 8-year-old in there for you as well. So congratulations. If you can reach out to me on Instagram if that's easier, we'll figure a way to where you stay and get this shipped out to you, alright? So let's get on to this week's Can You Guess the Dram? So the rules of the game is I will sample this whiskey and tell you the tasting notes. I'll not give too much away for it. I'll just tell you a little bit, then see if you're able to work out if my tasting notes can guide you towards that whiskey. Alright? So first up, colour. Dark. It's a bourbon and sherry maturation this time, so there's a wee hint for you. It's got an age statement as well, so we'll let you have those 2 wee bits of information. On the nose, it's nice and fresh. You've got a little bit of fruitiness there. It's more your red fruits. Natural colour, non-chill filtered. Get on the palate, you get with this whiskey, I always get a slight nut note. There's always a nuttiness when it gets pulled out blind. I think, oh, I've tried this before, and there's always that little obscure flavour note that comes from it, and it's a nutty note that I get. Again, it's quite rich in your red fruits coming from it. There's a slight maritime note again coming through, a little kind of coastal. It's dried fruits, nuts, a little bit coastal. Easy sipper as well. So information that I've given is bourbon and sherry cask matured. It's got an age statement. It's got red fruits on the nose, and on the palate I'm getting more red fruits, a nutty note, and a slight coastal influence. So if you think you know what this one is, leave a comment below with your guess. Also, please leave a comment on what you think of the video as well, how that's went today. And again, if you're the first one to get this one right, I will then call the winner in next week's review. I've got something cool that I want to review next week as well. So guys, I'm going to go sit back and enjoy this a little bit more. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe. And I'll bring out weekly content. But I'm going to go and sit back and relax. It's my day off. And I'm just going to go and enjoy it. You know, I'm just having a lazy day. A lazy, relaxed day. But again, thanks again everyone for tuning in. Tune in next week. And as always, let's talk whiskey. Slange.